Hello everyone, today we will talk about the transit of Neptune. Transiting Neptune is conjunct natal Venus. How transiting Neptune will behave in conjunction with natal Venus depends on the position of natal Venus. This transit may be more prominent in your life if you already have planets aspecting your natal Venus. But the basics are as follows. This is the time of great romance like when you believe you have met the love of your life. This is the moment when you are surrounded by strong and exotic feelings. The moment when you fall in love with love itself as well as with a person. The time is simply enchanting, since your nature of love and pleasure is enhanced, you are more sensitive than ever to emotional stimuli at this time. The events that will unfold during this period of time will test your relationships, both personal and professional, and the effects will be quite confusing. The spiritual nature is also strengthened, so you are hypnotized by charm, romance, and fantasy, and falling in love goes so deep that experiencing the peaks of passion, you get the feeling that no one is or will ever mean so much to you. That's great if you're just fishing for creative expression and art. You can give an almost magical, inspired touch to everything you do. But with romance, and all the new partnerships starting now, it's best to realize that things are not what they seem. Because Neptune encourages your idealistic, artistic side. You see beauty in everything that surrounds you. Your imagination is very active. You open your heart, and this means that you are more susceptible to romantic illusions, that is in existing relationships, you are more concerned with finding a new level of honesty and trust, that is you will become very idealistic about how a relationship should work. So your romantic and idealistic feelings make it difficult for you to be rational and objective in any romantic relationship, and at the most benign level, you are turning your relationship into more than what it is now. Just because you feel like you've known your new lover forever, doesn't mean you really do. At first, you ignore major flaws or problems that will later disappoint you because you thought the person was perfect. You gloss over important details and practical concerns in favor of idealistic visions and perceptions. And so on, while other people probably think your decisions are crazy, but that won't shake you off your path. So relationships can cause you a lot of difficulty during this period. Neptune will create an ideal or fateful sense of perception that will be projected onto a new relationship that seems perfect but doesn't really suit you in any concrete reality. In short, you won't see people, especially the ones you love, as they really are. With Neptune conjunct Venus, individuals will dream of visiting an island in the South Pacific or Hawaii. Some will also visit fascinating, charming and inspiring places. Individuals are satisfied with artistic inspiration, which is very high, including music and poetry. So much can be going on in your mind that you won't even realize you're being tested, leaving yourself very confused. Everything in your life will become more beautiful and you will be much more interested in socializing with art and nature. If you have a strong spiritual or religious inclination highlighted in your chart, you will feel great compassion and a sense of generous concern for others at this time. This transit gives you an ideal, beautiful image, and you can project it onto someone you love or onto your situation.
You tell if someone's projecting on you.
Projection is a primitive defense mechanism that people use to basically project their feelings, what they're feeling inside, onto you.
Yes, just like that, projecting something onto someone you love or onto your situation. The position of Venus itself will reveal what kind of projection we are talking about. Warm, cold in color, or black and white. Both planets are compatible and support their differences. But in this combination of planets, we must not forget that it is a projection that we are projecting. So it's best to go slow with this transit, as it could be either of these outcomes. If you only see the beautiful and don't want to deal with reality and its possible severe consequences. Outright fraud is another possibility. So don't be fooled that your ideal image already exists in reality. Force yourself to consider practical things, even though you may resist, as you open your heart to new possibilities. This idealistic cloud makes it very difficult to know what is right and what is wrong, and ideally you should just try to get through it, because when you get out of this cycle, you will have a better idea of how you feel. When you find an alternative where you think you can achieve a lot, then go with it entirely. Others will look to take advantage of your goodwill and lose your contribution, so be careful in your intentions to help people. In any case, it is best to enjoy the moment and not make long-term commitments because you are definitely looking through rose-colored glasses. So try to be sensible in your relationships, otherwise you may end up with serious problems and disappointments. It's important to really try to see the reasons for your attraction. If they are too stretched or if some other parts of you feel like it doesn't quite fit you, it probably doesn't, so it's best to avoid getting too tangled up in the web, otherwise there will be a serious disappointments. You also avoid ventures that you know are dubious and be very careful about deliberately misleading others. Disappointment and dishonesty are serious problems that occur during this period, so control the tendency to embellish things and avoid honest communication.